What is up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Again, Cube is not back for another few days, so we've got some more Wilds of Eldraine Alchemy ahead of us. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Our Alchemy card this time is the High Fae Prankster. Pretty good one. Perpetual nonsense. You can have it just enter as a 4-power flyer, or you can swap a power with another creature's power. It doesn't have to be with itself, so you could like swap the power of one of your other creatures with one of the powers of your opponent's creatures. Or I think you can do 2 of your own creatures, right? If you really wanted to. Do we want to pick one, pack one that over Restless Cottage? I think that's pretty close. Restless Cottage is a quite amazing land, and I do often end up in red or green-black, but let's go with the Prankster here. I'm kind of feeling like the Fae could be good. Getting past a Devouring Sugar Maw, the Alchemy card missing from this pack, notably. Hello, kitty cat. Can I help you? Do we just take the Sugar Maw? The card's fine. It's not particularly impressive. You do need to make sure you have a lot of ways to sacrifice, or rather, a lot of things to sacrifice. Kind of dig just taking like the Bitter Chill here. Maybe just locking in fairies right off the bat, especially if we can get some more good fairy stuff. Like, normally I would just take Johan here. I'm going to take Hopeless Nightmare. Let's just jump into blue-black. Let's hard force it. Nothing can go wrong, I'm sure. Twisted Sewer Witch, Shatter the Oath, Rat Out, all solid, and then even a Balloonist Gatekeeper. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with it. I am going to say pick one, pack one, blue-black card, hard force it. Sometimes these things are okay. The funny thing is, I think it's more reasonable to force your first pick nowadays. Certainly a lot more than it was, even 5-10 years ago. Just because there are just too many playable cards. There's no vanilla creatures these days. Everything has some type of effect, some type of ability. So you can pretty easily just open something like this blue-black card here and force it, and you'll end up with enough playables. Because that wasn't true. In times of old. The Conundrum of Bowls, I have not played this card yet, but it's a draw 2 and maybe a little bit of value with a free card cast. It's not particularly good, it's like fine. Is it better than Shatter the Oath or Callous Sellsword? I'm not quite sure. I think I'd rather just take my first Shatter at this point. Yeah, just a solid blue-black start. As we're getting nice Stab Wound here, 6 pick. We'll take that over any of the commons, although all of these commons are certainly playable. Okay, kitty cat. There you go. Y'all can see Freya the black cat. She was the mascot on Halloween. She will now be a lap kitty at least for a minute or two. Baronati, perfect. That's a great place to get a Baronati. Probably the best 2-drop that you're going to get in the fairies deck. Anyways, at common, I should say. Could consider splashing Charade. We go for synergy, baby. Isn't that right, kitty cat? It was a long night at the Egashira household. Baby was not very easy to get to sleep. Once he was asleep, it was generally fine, but by the time we got him to sleep, he'd have to wake up again and, eat relatively quickly, so wife and I are a little bit sleep deprived. Kitty cat was also pretty annoying, jumping up on the bed, walking all across us. That's you. That's you, kitty cat. Wow, that is fantastic. Paths of Tuinvel, every time I've played with it or against it, has been just excellent. It doesn't look like much, but it is. I mean, the Perpetual has been clutch frequently. It's just like slightly annoying enough to be perfect, and then the ability to bounce your creature, bounce their creature, or bounce one of both has been real nice. All right, cat, I'm kicking you out. Hopefully the chair was entertaining enough for a few seconds there. Yeah, this is a good start. The best feeling in the world is when you do force something. You force your pick one, pack one, and then the colors are open anyways, and you're just like, yeah, baby, we did it. I am going to take 20 gems here. Remember, anytime I say I'm taking gems when I'm taking a rare or a mythic, it's because once you have 4 of a specific card, any excess, if it is a rare or mythic, will get you gems. Rares, 20 gems. Mythics, 40. So, Whisper's solid. I think I like that over Witch. I think if Whisper wasn't in the pack, I would probably just take the gems here. Not that Diminisher Witch or Coralsmith are bad. Like, they're fine filler cards. So, biggest issue right now. 3 total creatures? That's fine. Could be worse. Removal-wise, we're not looking too bad at all. In fact, we're looking pretty good for pack 1. We have Shatter, Stab Wound, Bitter Chill. Then we have Discard, Discard, and a little bit of Tempo. I don't actually know what the best blue-black card you can open in this format is. Are there any other crazy Alchemy blue-black cards? Stopgap's nice. Generally like the first Stopgap over the first Quick Study. Generally don't even just like playing Quick Studies as if you're playing blue card draw. I think oftentimes you'd rather have Into the Fey Court. 2 more mana, but extra card in a 1/1, you know? Jeez Louise. Super late Glass Casket, but also super late Rat Out. Anytime you're playing black in this format, it is nice to have at least 1 Rat Out, so. Okay. Yeah, look at that. I mean, 11 playables, 12 playables going into pack 2. Not what we wanted to see for our pack 2s, though. We have the choice between Archive Dragon and, like, Scream Puff. Assuming I don't want to consider a splash here. Agatha's Champion is worthwhile. Is Champion better enough than Dragon to take it and consider splashing? Yeah, probably. I think that's totally reasonable. Dragon's fine, Scream Puff's fine, Gatekeeper's fine. I think this takes it. Plus, honestly, I think Archive Dragon tends to wheel in these type of formats. For one thing, it's blue, and 2, it's 6 mana, so. I think there is a very big argument for taking the second Paths of Tuinvale over this first Obira. No joke. Another Archive Dragon. There's that Into the Fey Court. There's a Glutton for good measure for green stuff. So what pick was this Path of Tuinvale? Like pick 6 or something? I guess we could wheel it. We need some more creatures at this point. Yeah. All right. Because I'm a little bit low on the creature count, I'll go ahead and just take the Obira. Whenever another fairy enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. Holy smokes, that pack is nuts. Song of Totentons, Fairy Fencing, Witchstalker Frenzy, Torch the Tower? Do I take the Song of Totentons and splash that, maybe? Song of Totentons with Twisted Sewer Witch is so insane. But Fairy Fencing is amazing in this deck. Man, 1 mana for -3/-3 or better is so good. You know what? I'm going to stick with my guns. I'm just going to take the Fairy Fencing here. I'm going to pass all of these good red cards and hope that Into the Fey Court wheels. So we get a second Hopeless Nightmare. Passing a few good green cards. I don't think we would want Ego Drain. Oh. Leyline of the Void. That is a constructed card. I'm going to take, what? Filler. We already have 1 Coral Smith as well. Maybe here it's okay to take Water Wings for a little bit of protection. I guess the Wicked Visitor's not terrible. We have 4 base enchantments right now with a bunch of rolls. And at the end of the day, it is a 2/2 for 2. Okay. Not where we want to be for that pick, but fine enough. How many bargain cards do I have? Just the one? Just the stopgap for now? I need more fairies. Where are they at? Well, it is what it is. I don't mind taking the Sprite. It gets better when you have some rolls, which we do. Maybe we can find like a Curiosity or something. And honestly, it does appear we're maybe going more the blue-black aggressive strategy. Like, we don't have to be entirely otherwise. I guess I'm just going to take 20 more gems here. Actually, I probably don't even have 4 of this card since this is the Alchemy version, but I don't think Sugar Rush or Disdainful Stroke are good. Probably sooner play the Sugar Rush than the Disdainful Stroke, since Spell Stutter and the Ice Out are certainly just better. Wow, that's a nice pick 8. Holy crap. Feed the Cauldron, Fey Court, Spreading Seas, and we might even play the Sleight of Hand. Damn. Oh, I want that Feed the Cauldron. It's so late, but... yeah, I'm just going to take the removal. There are a couple of Into the Fey Court that I think can wheel, right? Let's get the Gatekeeper now. Over Stopgap 2. That's a decent one. Early tempo plus late game just beater. I will say this. Given that we have another pack to go, I think we're doing fine. There should be some good blue cards coming back here the next couple of picks. And if there aren't, then maybe that's a bad sign that somebody jumped into blue late. Alright, I mean, Diminisher Witch is fine. We have a couple of Hopeless Nightmares and some other bargainable cards. How many fairies do I even have? Like 3 or 4? 4 fairies right now. Huh. Sheesh, I guess we didn't wheel much of anything there. Cards I'm hoping to cut. Don't really care for the Sprite. Don't care for the Wicked Visitor. Don't care for the Coral Smith. Oh man, we opened a Fonsbane Troll. There's a Mocking Sprite here, but... I mean, I have the Agatha's Champion too. I just don't have any fixing. So I'll take the Troll because it's too good. Like, splashing the Champion and the Troll is going to be worth it in the end. The funny thing is, I could see us actually pivoting into just straight up green-black because of how weak my blue is. Gumdrop Poisoner, well, holy smokes. Gumdrop and a Candy Grapple? Come on. Curse of the Werefox. I mean, Gumdrop Poisoner, I think, is a little bit better than the Candy Grapple, but both of those are nuts. Don't think we want the Dream spoilers. Could take Aquatic Alchemist now, since we have so many good instants and sorceries. Could just take another Shatter. There's no good green card here. I'd rather have the 2-drop, I think. The Fairy Plan is kind of dead. There's not much synergy we have with them anyways, so... good beats. Conceited Witch. Another Nightmare. Still no fixing. Another Rat out. Let's take the Witch here. Excuse me. Second High-Fae Prankster or a couple of pieces of fixing. Alright, I guess I'll just cut the green, even though our green is insane. I'm gonna go for consistency over power, which is not always right, but it'll be fine here, I think. Visitor is filler, Snare Master's filler, Coralsmith's filler. Let's get another Baronati. And what else? Something. Maybe we get like a late sleep Cursed Fairy. I guess the Witch kind of filler here. But hey, remember, this is a force, so this wasn't reading signals. Obviously, this was just opening the thing and doing the thing. It's a lot of green. Moats versus Stopgap. Yeah, we'll take another Stopgap. And that might be the deck right there. Oh, what is... Pick 7 Bodyguard? Second Stab Wound, huh? Another Witch. Our first Ice Out if we wanted. I'll take another Stab Wound. This deck is going to prey on 3 toughness creatures, isn't it? Stab Wound on a 3 toughness creature and just ping, 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 ping them out. All of a sudden that Wicked Visitor is getting better, isn't it? Like maybe I cut the Coralsmith, cut one of the Stopgaps, run the Wicked Visitor, because look at this. We have 5 enchantments natively, and then Sewer Witch makes them, Shatter makes them, Whisper makes them, Witch makes them, Witch makes them. Yeah, we have a lot of enchantments. And pick 8. So last card, potentially. Lectern I like if you have a lot of flyers, which we don't have that many. Candy Trail and Rat Out are fine, but we already have extra, so let's just take some more gems. Good old Ley Line of Lightning. And I don't recall there being too much that can wheel, so I'm guessing that's going to be the final build of the deck. Unless I'm completely forgetting something. Biggest upset is only 1 Baronati. But I think this deck ended up solid enough. If nothing else, we have a lot of good interaction. Jeez, look at those white cards. What we're missing is maybe a Back for Seconds or a Fell Horseman for some recursion. Yeah, I don't have any graveyard recursion here. And we don't have that many creatures, so... Dream Spoilers. 4 instants, and then... a couple of adventure instants. Not good enough. This is actually a sorcery, isn't it? Yeah, sorcery, sorcery. This has been one of the biggest underperformers in the format. Dream Spoiler Witch was fantastic in Lorwyn block or whatever. But the Dream Spoilers have been pretty bad in WoW. Yeah, another Wicked Visitor. Could run that. I think I like that over Diminisher Witch, actually. Again, just more 2-drops. Hey, good curve, good interaction. This can easily get to 7 wins. We'll submit that and go into the queue. Okay, game 1. Hopefully I don't make too many sleep-deprived mistakes. That is a pretty good-looking hand. I think we're gonna not Nightmare on turn 1 and probably just go for the Poisoner here instead. Only issue with this is that it's face up in a sense, right? But that's not a big deal, I think. Land tax! Oh, I love it. Alright, so I don't need to play another land here. I am super content just to sit back on my 2 mana. And then if they play a land, I get to play one. Perfect. Like, we're the one with pressure, so we have no need to go for the tax so quickly. Or rather, allow them to tax so quickly. Looks like they might have an Archon's Glory in hand, by the way priority's being held. So I think another pretty easy play here is for us to just run out the Poisoner now. We don't have 2 more lands in our hand. We have pressure. They have the 3 Bowls of Porridge, so if they just want to kill my Poisoner next turn, you know, then we're still hitting them for 4. A great play, I think. We have a pseudo combo of going Hopeless Nightmare into Bargain It Away to cast the stopgap. I guess another play I could have done that turn was just to go Nightmare into bounce the Porridge. Yeah, maybe that was a little bit better given I already have a couple pieces of removal in my hand, but... What you gonna do, friend? Hello? No tears. Heir to Dragonfire. Okay, I like it. That is conveniently a very good Feed the Cauldron target because it still retains its mana cost of 3. Here, I'll hover over that. Very good 2-drop. But very weak versus my hand, conveniently. So I think this is now hit them for 7, play out Nightmare, hit them for another 2, and then make the bargain play that I was talking about. And bounce the 3 Bowls of Porridge. Because what it looks like their plan here is going to be next turn is to, well, before I bounce the Porridge, like, use the Porridge, kill a creature, and play out the Heir to Dragonfire. And so we're going to negate that. Plus, we have 2 different ways to deal with the Heir, because they're going to be holding up the Archon's Glory. So. Oh, it was Break the Spell. I lied. Okay. That was the 1 mana card that they had. Not to say that they couldn't have an Archon's Glory as well, but... And this is what I was saying during the drafting portion. Just aggro beats. Blue-black beatdowns. Couple of early creatures, couple of pieces of interaction. Oh, they have a Wrath. Come on. Well, that is extremely annoying. Yeah, one of the few cards they could have there. It's like that card and then the rare that the red rare that we have. All right, so mana efficiency wise, we're gonna feed the Cauldron the Heir right now, and then Stab Wound the Savior. What they might be forced to do here is 3 Bowls of Porridge, their own Savior. Oh, that's not good enough. They're still going to take damage here. They should have attacked. That had Vigilance. Damn, if we had one more swamp, we would have just won. They should not be running out their lands anymore unless they can fully utilize them this turn. Okay. I guess they can. Get back their Heir to Dragonfire pretty good. That's funny. That wins, because what we do here is we put the roll on our token. They have to block, and then when our creature dies, they lose 1 life from the Wicked roll. Perfect. I mean, we were probably going to be okay anyways with the removal in our hand, but... Good beats, baby. Let's go. Oh, man, I am feeling it. It is definitely going to be nap time after this. 1-0. Let us go into the second match. Mono, blue, and a dream, huh? Yeah, gotta mulligan that one. Not great. We do not have early pressure. We just have early interaction. Well, here's the game plan. They play a 3 toughness creature, and we get to stab wound it, right? We're gonna play out one of those alchemists. Easy money. Scarecrow Guide. Yeah. Just gonna bounce it and pass. Okay. Captivating Crossroads. I'm not gonna get greedy and try to sandbag the stab wound. When we don't have anything going on, just allowing them to poke in for a bit of damage is not worth it. Okay. Sleight of hand pass, no land. There's the land now. Oh, they're playing a little bit of the soup. So they milled a Prankster and a Feycourt. My first real play being a 6-drop is not where we want to be with this deck. Also, the Prankster is extremely good versus my Gatekeeper. Like, if I play out the Gatekeeper, they play the Prankster, swap the power and toughness forever. That's so bad. Good news. That is a wonderful stab wound target. All right. We have a clock. 9 more turns. Easy to accomplish, I'm certain. Prowler. Touché. I can pay for Spell Stutter. Not very exciting, but just something to block for now. I love it. They're going to flick their own Prankster to kill it. God, 6 cards in their hand? Yeah, this is fine. Oh, okay, they are going to run out their prankster. Floop it back. I do feel like they have a counter in their hand of sorts. I don't think I want to attack for 2 there. Not worth. Alright, attendance online. Play the land first, then the gatekeeper in case they have a spell stutter. It just feels like they've been playing with spell stutter in their hand, you know? Okay, what are the odds of this? 2 players, both with 2 high pranksters. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm just going to take the 8 and go for the bitter chill. Okay, what on earth is going on? I can pay for that. Do they have 2 spell stutters? Hey, they had 2 spell stutters. That's incredible. Well, I knew they had 1. It was too obvious. I guess I have to block now with my prankster because it does have death touch. Sure. If they have another Obira's, which they could very easily since they played out the first one so quickly. Are they playing Kindred Heroism? Oh no, they just had it. Yeah, okay. Good beats. Dude, funny game. The hell is this match? I mean, I can lock down the Prowler and then we just die to the Flyers in 3 turns. Is what it is. Remember, the Pranksters do have Death Touch as well. I guess it's not even 3 turns. They have the other Obira's. I don't even know if we have outs at this point. Funny game. It doesn't help that we drew 10 lands, but what can you do? Pranksters on pranksters on pranksters. GG. Okay, 101. Game 3. Let's get a good hand this time. Our hand was way too slow last time. Okay, I'm on the draw. I'm going to keep this hand. We need to find an island, obviously. We do have a little bit of early interaction if we don't find an island, but the island is ideal. Yes, right off the bat, too. Okay, perfect. No sweat. Sometimes lucky. I guess we'll hold on to the Alchemist. Greta. You're gonna regretta that. So I could just go with Stab Wound. I think that's probably a good play. I could also go with Alchemist plus the Fairy Fencing. But let's put the pressure on. Start clocking them. The Coven. Yeah, let's discard the Gatekeeper. Then I guess we're going to kill the Coven, Alchemist back the Fairy Fencing, and smack for 2 more. Since we have a Fairy redrawing the fencing, I think makes a lot of sense here. That's good for us. That's just a creature draw at the moment. No removal or whatever is really good. Sweet. Nice. So the pressure's on. And we can swap the base power and toughness here. So 1 for 3. Again, this is how kind of game 1 went, and this is how this deck really needs to win. Just the early pressure and whatnot. They are dead now. They know that I have Fairy Fencing in my hand, so... Attack for 5, and then stab. Oh, no, they're not dead. I guess they can, on upkeep, sacrifice the food, but that eats up 2 of their mana, so... Okay, just like we drew it up. Drew the island, and pretty convincingly won the game. Go, go. Go, 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 go. Good hand. Yeah. I mean, doesn't have the early pressure. Even just drawing one of our Wicked Visitors would be fantastic, but obviously a very good hand. Darn. Did not find a creature to cast that turn. Oh, our opponent is missing lands, though. Oh, man, I'm super tempted to just run out the Gumdrop Poisoner there, but I think we'll wait. Sure. Alright, swap 1 for 3. Thanks for the power. And that's perpetual, remember, so if I decide to, like, Gatekeeper bounce their mouse, if they recast it, it will still have only 1 power. I'm a little bit hesitant to run out the second Prankster as a 4-1, though I don't think that would necessarily be bad. That's fine, obviously. Yeah, okay. We'll just cash in and kill the Shepherd. It's another one of those non-games, especially if the opponent misses on another land this turn. Okay, we might have something yet, huh? If they have another removal spell, we're hoping it's a cooped up. Because they go like cooped up on our Gatekeeper, and then we swap the power and toughness. Just the rats, okay. Yeah, let's not dilly-dally around here. Kill, kill, smack for 9. Don't even let them chump and get some time to maybe draw out of it by drawing a land into some removal or whatever, you know? Alright, 3-1. On to game 5. Another awkward hand, but a keepable hand. I guess I'll go ahead and just Nightmare now. So blue-red. They gave up? What? Maybe they kept a one-lander or something? I don't know what's going on there. Our hand was abysmal. I guess they were just off it, huh? Paid actors. That's what that's known as. The payment went through. Yeah, I mean... Okay. We'll take it, though maybe unearned. Nice hand. And this is a hand for a turn 1 Nightmare since we have the stopgap. Leyline of Anticipation in their opening hand. Whoa. So everything has flash. Cool, but not very good. Speaking of not very good, what the heck? Maybe they have a Curiosity in their hand? What is happening here? That's kind of insane. I guess they might not have green in their deck. Let's go ahead and bounce their Leyline here. Get some value off of the Visitor and the Nightmare. Probably don't need to top the 5th land, since we're drawing a card there anyways. Suit up the Visitor, smack for 3. Boo! Yeah, that's a good answer to my Visitor. Oh, and a Tome of Gadwick. Okay. That's actually really bad, because now they get free... Well, at least one free spell here. Shoot. Wow. I mean... I guess I'm just going to play out a 4-1 and let them kind of go off with the Otter. That Tome is going to get them back in the game. That's crazy. I would not recommend running cards like Leyline of Anticipation, but... Not comfortable with where we are anymore. Splashy Spellcaster. That's a good draw. I guess now that we drew the Gumdrop, we're going to just play out the Witch, hold up the Path of Two Unveil plus the Poisoner. Hey, peek. Look at my hand and draw a card. Secret is out, friends. Fairy Fencing. Okay. That play doesn't make too much sense. Because now we get to go like this. They do not get to attack. Sure. I guess I'm just going to play the Twisted Sewer Witch next turn. Alright, equip and pass. It's a good draw. Extra 2 surprise damage next turn as well. And remember, that's a wicked roll on the rat, so should it die, that is an additional 1 damage. Mocking Sprite attack. I guess they could have that Otter from Alchemy that makes a creature 1/1. No? Okay. Two unknowns in their hand. Let's just attack with everything and see what they do. Okay. Okay. And I guess they could have a counter here, but... I think this makes the most sense, right? Maybe they're holding up food activation? Oh, I guess that is what all they had, huh? Alright, good stuff. Feeling very hard to lose. Another mock. Hey, and they have a throne guard. That's nice. That's really good. Oh, well, that should do her, right? No, that doesn't win. We are very close. Oh wait, no, we do have the win, because we go like this. There we go. Swap it to a 4 power. There we go. I found the line. Kill the sprite. Nightmare for 2 damage, and then attack for 4 menace. Perfect. Nice. Hey. It was a fancy line. Not that fancy, but fancy enough. 5-1. Let's go. Scrappy scrap. Scrappy, scrappy indeed. Alrighty, look at that hand. Quality. Quality without the early pressure. Turn 1, Restless Spire. You're gonna spread my sea. Joke's on you. Island is okay. Now, if they have a second Spreading Seas here, that'll be hilarious. Rotisserie, okay. I guess I will Fairy Fence that. It's probably just annoying enough. Alrighty. We have drawn a creature that can start attacking. They are going to Frolic the Face. Just play out the Frolic and pass. I like that. I'm going to get the Flyer online this turn as well. They missed a land, so I think now's the time to press. Next turn we can sack the food and then play the Gumdrop and kill something that has 3 or less toughness, you know? Witch's Frenzy? Nice. Good enough for me. Cut in, no targets. When you know, you know, you know. Alright. Well, we do have a game. I'm not doing much over here. That's a decent enough draw. Frantic Firebolt. Do we want to save our Obira? Yeah, I think we... Do we? Do we? Yeah, that seems good enough. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the Fairy Fencing on top instead of the Path of Two Unveil, I think. Don't love seeing that. Sheesh. Okay. So we want them to be playing nothing but creatures or whatever. We really don't want them having removal here. Guess I'm just going to discard the Stab Wound at this point. Knowingly attacking into Obira. Okay, sure. If they had a counter, it was going to get me anyways, right? Whoa. Whoa, did they make a mistake? I think they might have forgotten about the Obira. Holy smokes. Well, that's huge. That's funny. I can't actually feed the... Or rather, I can't Fairy Fencing for 0 on one of my own creatures to pump the Alchemist. Because I have a Fairy. Well, this is pretty good that they went for the value. They're going to go for the Covenant and we win. Because now we feed the Obira in response, and then Fairy Fencing their Coven with the trigger on the stack. Wow. That sequence from us lined up so perfectly. Kind of crazy. Phew! Hey, sometimes you draw well, though. Draw well, play well, and that, my friends, is a victory. 6-1 now, so if we can win one of the next few, go, go, baby. Okay, 6-1, let's go to game 8. Let's make this quick, and then I can sleep. Yep, 2-drop, removal, interaction, all the colors of the rainbow. And even a Hopeless Nightmare, which, again, we will run out because we have the stopgap to bargain it away. Mountain discarded. This is going to be an aggressive matchup. Our opponent simply running out the Unassuming Sage on turn 2 means they're going to try to curve out on us. No blocks from me here. Given that the visitor's our only creature, I don't want to trade. Or run into whatchamacallit, a Daredevil or whatever. Feed on the Discerning, smacking for 2. They have Return Triumphant, which we can just Fairy Fence it now. Oh, we can just bounce it too. Yeah, I guess we'll do it this way. No, I don't need another second visitor. Perfect draw. Wow, that was so good. It was it was really greedy of me not to have topped the 2-drop because we could cast it immediately, you know. All right, another good turn here for us. I'm gonna Obira, end of turn. I'm hoping they attack. Then Fairy Fence the Pie Wielder and smack in for at least 2. Perfect. No reason not to just do this for X equals 1 in case they have the pump 1 effect. Still attacking. I like the way they think. I think it would be very good to run out a 6/5 there. I also think tempoing them out is great. I will sack the food here now. Oh boy. Well, they have a couple of spells in their hand because they missed land drops. I guess maybe I shouldn't have played out that last land. Ariet's Whisper off the top. Be pretty good. Ooh. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. When you run hot, you run hot. Oh, that doesn't work because they have to sacrifice it as part of the cost. Oh, and they had a Moonshaker Cavalry in their hand that they were 1 off of casting. They were going to be able to cast it next turn off the treasure. Woohoo! Baby! All right. That worked out well. Pick 1, pack 1, High Fae Prankster. Didn't look back. Forced blue-black. Okay, looked back a little bit. Maybe got attempted by a green for a second, but 7 wins. Good draws. I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.